Good morning, Queens. It is Sheréa VéJauan here on this Tuesday morning. Welcome to Reclaimed Queens and Blue Jeans. This is the Queens Crown Collaborative, and our topic today is Goal Getter Tuesday, or the Goal Getter series. So each week I'm going to give you one simple tip to help you achieve your 2017 goals, and hopefully some homework. Have a little bit of homework for you today. So today's tip is to read success stories. One excellent way to motivate yourself is to read success stories about people who have already accomplished what you're trying to accomplish, whether you're trying to lose weight or, become the next writer. There's probably someone out there who's already done it. So you can do an internet search for your goal and see if there's, a lot of celebrities are writing their memoirs. A lot of celebrities are writing their life stories. So something is available for you. And for me, I'm always intrigued. I love documentaries. I love autobiographies. I love personal testimonies. I love survival stories. I love testimonies at church. I love to hear someone who went through what I went through, or has gone through something with their marriage, or gone through something with their finances, that you can always reflect on and say, if he did it for them, he'll do it for me. So even now, I'm doing a 5-day juice cleanse, and I've been doing this for since 2009. And every year I do a juice cleanse in January, June, and September. But it's always amazing. I always try to still watch a documentary before I start, just kind of refresh my brain, get me re-energized. The 3 documentaries that I always watch or recommend is the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead documentary. So if you plan on juicing, that's an excellent one. Hungry for Change. It kind of talks about sugar and white sugar and flour and diet soda. And then Forks Over Knives. So mainly talking about either being able to control the fork or being able to go do surgery based on, not taking care of ourselves. I remember we were at the hospital with my mom when she was doing chemo, and there was this coffee table book inside of the lobby, and it was maybe this thick, and it was full of survival stories. Where it started off, kids who had cancer, little babies who had cancer, wives whose husbands left them, and then they ended up getting remarried and found a new life and a new job, and survival stories. And I started reading those stories one by one. I just started reading them one by one. My mom started crying, I started crying, and so just being able to read the testimonies, while you're doing chemo, you're reading the story of somebody who overcame, as opposed to all the negative stuff that's out there about what's going to happen. So in this time that we live in, millionaires are telling us how they got rich. Marketers are telling us how they made millions online. Chefs, they're giving us their recipes, their family recipes. So, there's a saying out there, the struggle is real. Yeah, the struggle is real, but somebody has already went through the struggle that you're going to be going through in order to accomplish your goal. And I guarantee you that someone has already done it, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And for us, that's why it's important for us to tell our personal story, to give our testimony, to leave our legacy, to start traditions in our family, to print out our recipes. It's funny, when I started off with the goals journal, one of my number one goals was to write 52 recipes that I can leave to my kids. I think we got to 30, maybe 30-ish. And so I need to get back to that, because my grandmother never shared her recipes. And she went to the grave with that sweet potato pie recipe. She went to the grave with the dressing, that she made every Thanksgiving, that people traveled over just to get some of that dressing. And she didn't leave the recipe. So it's important for me to write every poem that's in my head, every story that's in my head, every recipe, so that my daughters could at least have that, could at least, fall back. So this homework, your assignment is to watch a documentary. You can search online based on whatever goal you want to reach. If your goal is to become a lawyer, there was a lawyer who I think he failed the bar 48 times, something like that. And it was all over the news, it was all over the paper. But such an inspiring story of persistence, getting laughed at, getting talked about, and then finally his kids were attorneys, and I think he worked in the office with his kids who had passed the test. So he kept going. So just for perseverance, being able to see how other people persevere. Whatever your goal is, Amazon is really good. You can Google in memoirs or autobiographies of celebrities or things like that, and they will come up. Politicians, they have their stories. They're usually written by ghostwriters, so but you still might get some good stuff. So, hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday. I'm trying to talk slower because I know I tend to talk a little fast. But our assignment this week is to read success stories, to watch documentaries, to listen to testimonies, and to be encouraged by somebody else's story. So have an awesome day, Queens. I'm out. God bless everybody.